Hare Krishna. Devotion increases our self-worth through purification and our social worth through contribution. In life today, people often have a lot of self-esteem issues. They don't feel adequate sense of self-worth. They feel, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm like this, I'm like that. And they feel bad about themselves, they look down at themselves, they can't respect themselves much. And because of that, they can't do anything confidently. And they can't contribute much. So, actually the process of bhakti is so inclusive that it can help us move closer to Krishna. It can help us to move closer to inner growth, to our outer growth also. How is that? Now, if we practice bhakti, it's not just an otherworldly activity that we do because we have nothing, because we can't contribute here in life. No, it's actually an activity which purifies us internally. So if we consider our self-worth, often our self-worth falls because we are unable to live up to our resolutions. We promise, I'll do this, I'll be punctual, I'll be clean, I'll be tidy, I'll be sensitive, and I'm not able to do that. And then what happens? We fall down in our own eyes. So our self-esteem falls when we are unable to live up to our promises. Live up to the promises we have made to ourselves. And when that happens, how can we be countered? So devotion purifies us. Purification means that the lower drives that are there within us, which are pulling us down, we counter those lower drives. We raise ourselves up. We learn to become elevated, learn to become purified. We learn to become, to remove the blocks that choke us. So the anger, the impulsiveness, the short-temperedness, the insensitivity, the pessimism, all these are blocks within us which prevent us from doing what we can do. So when we become purified, then we are able to do better things. We are able to stick to our resolutions. We are able to improve ourselves, and thus through this purification, our self-worth improves. Because we see, okay, earlier I couldn't do these things. Now there are so many things I am able to do. Yes, so I can. And it's not just purification in terms of what we are able to, skills that we are able to do, but also we see ourselves more properly. We don't just see ourselves in terms of our deficiencies. We see ourselves as parts of Krishna. When we see that Krishna cares for us, Krishna loves us, when we understand that philosophy and philosophically we understand it, and practically we experience it through our practice of devotion, then we move towards Krishna steadily. We are able to bring out our best. So thus, through purification, our self-worth improves. And then also our contribution increases. Because when we are able to tap our talents, we are able to do things according to our commitments, then naturally we can contribute constructively, significantly. So then our social worth increases. Social worth means, in society also, people look at each other and they evaluate. This person is not doing much. This person is good for nothing. So now this they sometimes evaluate based on how much money a person is earning. But more thoughtful people, they evaluate on what is a person contributing. So what happens is, devotion, it enhances our contribution. Not just in terms of developing our talents and helping us to do some achievements, but also in terms of helping us to become constructive members of the social group that we are. When we are more centered on Krishna, then we become calmer, our thoughts becoming clearer, then we become a uplifting influence in whatever social circle we are. And say a person who is devotionally advanced, their views are valued by others because this person thinks and speaks thoughtfully. So thus our contribution also increases, and thus our social worth. That means how society, maybe not the big materialistic society, but even the social circle that we are in, then there also our social worth increases. So we shouldn't think of devotion as something simply otherworldly, having nothing to do with, nothing to contribute in our day-to-day activities. Rather, it is for a very practical activity in this world. Whatever we need to do, our self-worth is important. So devotion enhances our self-worth through purification, and it enhances our social worth through contribution. The Bhagavad Gita points to both these things when it says in the 18th chapter, 46th verse, that actually siddhim vindati manava yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvanam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarcha siddhim vindati manava. By worshipping the Lord through our work, we will attain perfection. The perfection is we will start seeing ourselves positively and find satisfaction within, and we'll find satisfaction without through what we are doing for our Lord. Thank you. Hare Krishna.